important things important. After our very lives, time is the greatest gift that God has granted to us. It is also the great equalizer. We all get 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 52 weeks in a year. What do we do with this precious gift? What do we do with all that time? How we choose to spend our time matters. How we choose to spend our time will determine if our lives will be fulfilling, satisfying, happy. The question is, what will we choose? How do you choose to invest your time? This jar represents your life and the time that you have to fill it. The sand represents the little things that don't really matter, the phone calls, emails, and the constant pings from our social media apps. The pebbles represent things that matter a little. The big rocks, they're heavy, are the most important things in our life. And there can be serious consequences if we don't take care of them. So when you choose to fill your time with the little things first, things that don't matter, things like perhaps computer games, menial tasks, being mad at people for silly things. There's a lot of sand here. I think I spend too much time doing these things. Playing computer games, watching TV. And then filling times with things that matter but aren't necessarily important. Things like your job, your hobbies, the casual things, spending time with people you don't really like leads you perhaps little time for the important things. The important things are things that money can't buy. Your family, your friends, your health, your goals, doing what you love, doing things for a good cause, fighting a good cause, your spiritual life, God, and then the important things are left in. If you fill your time with things that don't really matter, then you'll be left with a little time for the things that really do matter. But give time to the most important things first, and you will be amazed at what you can accomplish. You'll have the same amount of time. You put in the big rocks first. Then you have time for the most important. Then you can have the less urgent things, the things that kind of matter. You may need to rearrange things. In the end, it all fits. You can fill the time that you have left, those little things that don't really matter. Again, you may need to maneuver things around a little bit. You'll be amazed at how much you can fit into your schedule. And if it doesn't all fit anyway, who cares? Stuff doesn't really matter anyway, does it? Room to spare. you'll find that when you put the big rocks in first, things have an amazing way of working out. So ask yourself, is your jar full? Is it fulfilling? Or are you missing important things? I've got a challenge for you. Make a T-chart. In one column, write down how you spend a typical day. In the second column, write down the things that you value most. These are your biggest rocks. Consider how much time you spend doing the important things and how much time you invest in activities that are more like the pebbles in the sand in our demonstration. Wonder about whether any of the things that you value are left out because of a lack of time. Then think about how you might alter your schedule to invest in the things that are most important.